What I didn't explain in my first book was what I saw in hell. I didn't explain the darkness, the suffering, and the torment. That to realize that everyone in hell is a believer. There are no unbelievers in hell. In fact, the moment someone crosses the bridge from death to the eternal realm, and there's only two paths, heaven or hell, the moment someone leaves this earth, they immediately become a believer. They understand that God is real. They'll understand that God sent his son for them. But there is nothing they can do. They will sit, number one, in eternal torment, knowing that they made the biggest mistake of a lifetime is an understatement. And I saw the angel showed me what their life was like on earth. Some of them were doctors and lawyers, entrepreneurs, inventors. I saw those from the ages past who were religious leaders, who were not serving God, but they were religious zealots. I saw those of the Crusades. I saw those sitting in hell. And you think that it was thousands of years ago that because they've been waiting, they're waiting for the judgment. But my friend, when a person goes to hell, unlike heaven, you're waiting for the final judgment. Everyone in hell has an expiration date. It would be equivalent to death row in the earthly sense. Everyone is waiting to go through the final judgment, to be into the lake of fire. There are those that go through greater judgments in hell, like the angels, for example, that rebelled in heaven. They are in a lower realm in hell that's reserved for them and reserved for certain individuals who have committed the most heinous rebellious crimes against God. I want to show people the power of the blood that was around me in a circular fashion, not just a border, that we were circled, but I was circled by the blood of Yeshua. And I experienced, I know in this life, in my physical body, I have come to understand and learn and practice the authority of the blood of Yeshua, as you do, Sid. But I never experienced the power of the blood on the other side. It has, think about that. The same authority that I have here is the same authority that I experienced in hell. That's big, to realize the power of that.
Did I understand you right? When you visited hell, you saw backslidden believers? So that's,
yes.
What does that do with once saved, always saved theology?
I saw a young woman that broke my spirit, who was raised in the faith, but fell away. She rebelled. And they were witnessing to her, and the Holy Spirit was working in her to bring her back, but she refused. That day, she got into a car accident and was killed. The person was raised in the faith, but she rebelled, and she found herself in the darkest, most unforgiving place that anyone would ever think of being. And I want to also say that as God created heaven, God created hell. God created hell. There is as much order, Sid, in hell as there is in heaven. Because God is a God of order. He architected both. I used to focus on the message of heaven. But I find myself now in witnessing to people. I like to ask them, have you made your reservations? And they say to me, what do you mean your reservations? Well, you know that if something would happen to you today, tomorrow, or next day, if your life should end like mine ended unplanned, like a phantom in the night, it came, you have to make reservations in heaven. If you don't make reservations in heaven, by default, you've made reservations in hell. It's one or the other. You can't do it on the other side. You must make prior reservations, my friend. And that can only come by one way. It's very simple, really. Jesus, come into my life. Make me a child of God. I want my reservations made in the Lamb's Book of Life so that when I get to heaven, I'm received by the welcoming party of angels. I want to be able to die, and I want to be received by the angel of life, not the angel of death. That's what you get when you make your reservations.